up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and happy new year. I hope that your new year is off to a really great start. And as they say, of course, new year, new me, right? So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my 2024 New Year's beauty resolutions. What are the things that I'm gonna start doing, stop doing, changes and improvements to my channel? And not only that, friends, I'm also gonna be revisiting the resolutions that I made last year, all the things I said I was going to do for 2023, and we're gonna see how exactly did I do. And not only that, friends, as you can see, I am barefaced, so we're gonna be getting ready together today. And by popular demand, I am gonna be doing a tutorial on my New Year's Eve look. I posted this photo to Instagram, and so many of you guys asked for me to do a tutorial on how to get this. I'm gonna be using the McGrath Sublime Mothership, so we're gonna be having some fun today. This is gonna be a chill and chatty video, so yeah, let's get into it. All right, party people, let's dive in. I'm gonna kick things off with my New Year's resolutions from last year, and we're gonna see how did I do. And I'm gonna start off this makeup look with the new Chanel Le Beige Winter Glow Primer. This is in the shade Light Copper. I just reviewed this collection for you guys. And ironically, friends, my first set of resolutions from that video was all about the different categories of products that I wasn't going to buy in 2023. And the first category that I mentioned was primers. I said I wasn't gonna buy any more primers in 2023. And I'm using a primer now that obviously I did buy like in December of last year. But this is the only primer that I purchased. I will say there were a lot of other products that were released last year, a lot of like glowy products and serums and that kind of stuff, and I pretty much resisted them all. I also said that I was going to not buy cream bronzers, and I did keep up with that. However, I replaced that obsession with my powder bronzers that I purchased. 2023 was definitely the year of powder bronzers, but I don't really regret it, guys, because I found a lot of really good ones. I did a ranking video for you guys, so I really felt like I made the most out of the products that I was testing out. The next product that I'm gonna apply to my face, guys, is the McGrath foundation. This is one of my all-time favorite holy grail foundations. I'm using the shade Light 6. I'm gonna link all the products that I mentioned in this video in the description box, and I'll also list my shade. So you don't have to remember it, you don't have to write it down. You guys can all find it there. I do use affiliate links, so if you shop through those links, thank you so much. The other category I said that I wasn't gonna buy too much of in 2023 are highlighters. And I was just checking my purchase list here, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. I said I wasn't gonna purchase highlighters except if they were from Chanel or Guerlain, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. I bought the Chanel Holiday Highlighter. I bought the Chantecaille Real Glow, which I really like. I got the RMS one, and then what was the other one? Oh, the Tom Ford Soleil de Faux highlighter. So I did get a couple, but not a huge amount. I feel like I did pretty good, and I also feel like the ones that I got really good use out of. I also said that I wasn't going to buy any more mini palettes, because if you saw my declutter video last year, you would have seen me get rid of so many mini palettes. And I have a lot of my Natasha Denona ones still, but I really don't pick them up, guys. I really never use them. And I did such a good job of not buying mini palettes this year. I restrained from all of the mini Natasha Denonas. I bought obviously quads from like YSL and Chanel and Dior and other types of brands. So I didn't fully give up on small palettes. In fact, I just enjoyed more of like those higher end luxury brands and the smaller palettes that they release. I enjoyed those more than like a miniature version of a big palette. I find that especially with Natasha Denona, I'll just use the midi palette. I'll just use the bigger one. I don't really need like a smaller version of the bigger one. So I stopped buying those. I also said I was gonna stop buying ColourPop and any brands that I don't review on my channel. And I also feel like I did a really good job with that. I didn't buy any ColourPop last year. I totally gave it up cold turkey. I really didn't buy any drugstore makeup because that isn't what I cover on my channel. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to invest in that and to use that because I already have so much makeup, guys. The other thing, the last thing I said I wasn't going to get are things that I don't really want, but I'm just buying to review. And I feel like I did do a pretty good job at that this year. However, my mindset has kind of changed on that. I think about makeup totally differently after running this channel for 2 years. I'm more focused on reviewing the things that you guys want to see me review, help you all make good luxury purchasing decisions. So even if there's something that I'm not super excited about, if it is something that you guys are excited about, I will cover it here on this channel. So I feel like I'm gonna start covering a little bit more Chantecaille and NARS, just depending on the interest that I get from you guys. I'm not gonna be covering any drugstore or anything that isn't really within, you know, the niche of my channel, but I'm going to be a little bit more open, I think, in 2024 to reviewing maybe collections that I wouldn't have purchased previously because I'm not that interested. And I want to give them a little bit more of a chance. My next set of resolutions from last year were things that I wanted to get more use out of. And while I cover those, I'm going to be covering up my dark circles with the Dior Forever Concealer. This is in the shade 1 Neutral. So the first thing that I said, just looking at my notes here, are my lipsticks. I wanted to get more use out of my lipsticks. And I feel like I could have done a better job with this. I'm starting to get into a good groove where I'm rotating them out seasonally, and I'm also putting more of them in my handbags, because if it's in my handbag, then it's a little bit more accessible. It's right there. I can put it on my lips, especially when I'm on the go. But I do want to get better at this next year, and I feel like I need to probably downsize my lip collection. There's still a lot of products that I'm just kind of holding on to, like 15 Fenty gloss bombs that I really don't use. The time has come, friends. I definitely need to declutter some things and get rid of things that had expired. I also said that I wanted to get more use out of my single eyeshadows, and I feel like I did a really good job doing that this year. Single eyeshadows were a big trend, and so maybe that's why it kind of encouraged me to use what I have a little bit more. I also did buy quite a few eyeshadow sticks because they were plentiful in 2023, and I feel like I said this in my favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2023 video, but I feel like last year I really grew to appreciate the simplicity of a small eyeshadow palette. I still like my bigger ones. You know, we're going to be using the Pat McGrath one today. That one's a little bit more artistic, but I've kind of grown to appreciate a little Chanel quad, a little Dior Quinn, a little one and done, an eyeshadow stick. I just really like the simplicity of them and the elegance and the ease, and so I've incorporated those a lot more into my channel. I also said in my video last year that there were a couple of brands that I really wanted to just try more products from, dive a little bit deeper, cover more on my channel, and two of those were Chanel and Hermes. On the Chanel front, I feel like I absolutely excelled at this. I reviewed almost every single collection that they came out with, and I also reviewed and tested a lot of their permanent products as well. With Hermes, I feel like they don't have as many new releases, but I definitely have covered them more here on my channel, and I'm looking forward to testing out more of their products. One of the brands that I want to try more from in 2024 is the one that I'm going to apply to my face right now, which is Suqqu. This is the bronzer that I picked up in their Black Friday sale. This is new to me, and I've really been enjoying it. I've been testing out a lot of their stuff, and some of it I like, some of it I don't like, but I am excited to do a little bit of like a, you know, product roundup or more of like a brand review here on my channel. So make sure you are subscribed because that's going to be coming in the new year. Comment down below and let me know what other brands do you want me to cover more of here on this channel. I usually double down a lot on Chanel, Tom Ford, Dior, and then obviously we have some more makeup artisty brands like Natasha Denona. But do you want to see more of something else? Some of you guys have told me like Sisley, Suqqu is one of them that comes up a lot. Let me know. Let me know because I can definitely look into that, and especially if there's not a lot of content already out on YouTube, that makes the video that I make even more helpful. I'm going to do a little bit of contour. I'm using the Westman Atelier Face Tray Stick in the shade Biscuit, which is pretty much what I use every single day. Most of the other resolutions that I had in my video from last year were kind of around doing a little bit more of a variety of videos here on my channel, not just reviews, but I also wanted to do more of the pass or yes videos, which I have done. Very excited. Those are like my favorite videos to film and edit, by the way. I do usually one every 2 weeks. I feel like that's a good cadence where there's kind of like enough to talk about because we have new things, new sneak peeks coming out every single day in the luxury beauty sphere. And I also really wanted to focus more on kind of, you know, videos that would help you figure out what was going to be the best product for you. Not just reviewing one product, but more like ranking videos, roundups, buying guides, kind of helping you save money from that aspect. If you're going to buy a foundation, if you're going to buy a luxury bronzer or contour or whatever, what should be the one that you purchase? Because I know a lot of you guys, you don't own 50 foundations. You're not, you know, a YouTuber or whatever. You really are just looking for one or two. And I do feel like I did a pretty good job with that on my channel. However, I'll talk about this a little bit later when we get to my resolutions for this year. I do want to kind of mix it up a little bit more in 2024. Next up for my blush, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in the shade Pillow Talk. Very classic shade. Kind of just goes with any type of look. I like to mix the two colors together so that it's like not too dark. And friends, the last resolution that I had from last year was to get more sleep. And I did a horrible job at this resolution in the beginning of the year, and I still can't say that I get enough sleep. I probably get on average about 6 hours of sleep a night, maybe 7, like 6 to 7, I would say. That's kind of the average that I get. I usually go to bed at like 1 a.m. and then I'll get up at 7 a.m. That's usually what my schedule is like. I did a horrible job at this in the first half of the year. I was so burnt out by the time the summer hit, but I will say a couple of months ago, I did make some changes. I did get some help with my editing, not every single video, but a lot of the videos that are really not that difficult to edit, I do have somebody helping me with that now. And so that has allowed me to get basically like an extra hour of sleep, which I feel like is a huge win. There's still a lot of work to get the video live. There's the description, the title, the thumbnail, the timestamps, all those types of things, which I still do myself, but at least I have somebody helping me with some of it. So I feel like that was a win for 2023. I finally brought it back and was like trying to think of what my goals were. So what are my beauty resolutions for 2024? I'm gonna tell you as I apply my highlighter. I'm gonna be using this from Tom Ford. This is the Sheer Highlighter Duo in the shade Reflex Gilt. We're kind of going for like a, golden goddess type of look if you haven't figured it out already. And these really pack a punch. Okay, so what are my resolutions for 2024? The first one is I really want to improve the quality of my videos. And what does that mean? It means a lot of different things. The first thing is the lighting. I want to get better lights. Right now I'm using some pretty affordable lights. They're not super cheap, but they're not super professional, and I don't have that many of them. I try and film for the most part in natural light, and I do intend to try and film mostly with natural light in my videos. I want my videos to have a very kind of like realistic look to them because I want you guys to see the makeup in the most natural, realistic way possible. Not like it's been like photoshopped or airbrushed or anything like that. So I really want to upgrade my lighting. I also, maybe not first, I think the lighting is going to come first, but I also really want to upgrade my camera. For the past 2 years, I've been filming on my iPhone. I think it's the iPhone 11 or 12. It's not the new one, guys. I probably should get the new one, but I don't have that one yet. I've been filming on my iPhone. And I think if you're getting started with YouTube, filming with your iPhone is a really great option. The quality is really good, but I'm kind of getting to the point where I feel like people click into my videos and they expect something that looks maybe a little bit more professional, something that looks more like a studio setup. I want to try my best to kind of upgrade just the lighting, the audio, the camera, all that kind of stuff. I am not an expert at those things. I am a tech person, so I understand like the algorithm and the tech side and the SEO side, but I'm not a photographer, so I really don't have a lot of experience with cameras and lighting. I'm gonna quickly do my brows as I continue this dialogue. I also, friends, I'm trying to get better at editing myself. Maybe someday this is my full-time job and I'm actually editing a lot more of my videos. I've been trying to add more B-roll, more visual effects, more photos and those types of things to my videos, and so I wanna get a little bit better at editing as well. By the way, I'm just using the Victoria Beckham Baby Blade in the shade medium brown. This is such a good brow pencil. I've been using this for the past couple of weeks now. I just do a very light little fill-in, and then I'm gonna brush him in, and then I'm gonna pop on my brow gel that I have right here, which is the Brow Bar London Clear Brow Gloss. This is the best brow gel ever. I don't use anything other than this. I know a lot of people, they're very loyal to their brow products, and this for me is a holy grail. So I'm just gonna pop this in, and then we're gonna move on to the eyes and the rest of my 2024 resolutions. Because the mattes and the Pat McGrath palette are a little bit on the darker side, I am gonna start this look off just with like a little basic wash of color in the crease of the Surratt bronzer. So if you're kind of confused why I'm not using the Pat McGrath palette, that is why. I like to just start things off with something very soft and then kind of build them up from there. My next resolution, guys, is a big one. As I mentioned, I want to improve the quality of my videos, and part of that is having a dedicated filming space. I film out of my living room, as you can see right here. I'm not gonna lie, it is a logistical nightmare. I hate filming in my living room. I like my living room. I like feeling that I'm at home, and I like that kind of homey feeling. You guys feel like you're kind of sitting down here with me and we're just chatting about makeup as if we were friends. I still like that vibe, but I just need my own space. I'm running this business out of my living room. There is makeup everywhere. There's makeup all over my kitchen table. I really don't have enough space to organize everything so that I can be productive. I also want to have a more tailored background to my brand. That is going to be something that is going to be changing very, very quickly. When I say very quickly, I mean like in the next 3 weeks, in the next month or so, I'm going to be in a completely different place. I already have secured my own room where I can have basically my own YouTube studio. There's going to be a lot of natural light. I specifically selected this room so that I could have enough space for all of my things, for all of my filming equipment. And that's going to help me upgrade everything, because right now I'm just right here at my windowsill. I don't have room for fancy lights and cameras and tripods and all those types of things. So that is something, probably the thing that I'm the most excited about for 2024, is just having my own space to be a creator and make these videos. Okay, so I'm gonna start dipping into the Pat McGrath palette now, and I'm gonna start off with this shade right here with a little shader brush, and I'm going to apply this kind of like to the inner half of the lid. It's a really beautiful metallic copper. Kind of goes with my shirt. The other thing I'm excited about when it comes to getting my own space to make these videos is organization. I'm already a pretty organized person. I'm not a hoarder. I do have a lot of makeup, but I usually keep it all labeled and organized. But I'm at the point now, guys, where I just don't have this space to kind of organize the products that I need for upcoming videos while also keeping the rest of my collection in check. I know a lot of you guys like to reorganize and declutter and do all those things in the new year, and I'm definitely excited to be kind of just figuring out how I want my setup to be, how I want to organize all of my makeup. And I'm also excited to show you all. I'm gonna have to do some videos about like how I end up organizing my makeup, different little tools, organizers, drawers, storage things that I use. So definitely look out for that. I'm not quite sure how exactly I'm gonna be doing it, but I definitely have some ideas. Now I'm going to be going into this shade in the palette, and I like to blend this out on the outer half of the eye because this one does come across a little bit darker and kind of browner. I find that with this palette, the shades are very easy to layer together because they're all pretty neutral. Like, they're not too crazy, so you can kind of layer them together and they don't get super muddy. Another thing that I want to focus on for 2024 is I think I want to make just slightly fewer videos if I can, because I'm always so tempted to just go and film more. But I want to try and film kind of like fewer but better, more well-researched videos. And I think I also want to focus a little bit more on like favorites and guides and ranking videos, and not just on reviews. I want to do that even more in 2024, because the fact of the matter is, friends, is that it is kind of hard to grow your channel if all you're doing are reviews, especially if they are like more niche products, because it's just really hard to compete. If you do not have that product like the day that it comes out and you do not get your review up super fast, then people are just not going to see your video. They're not going to discover your channel. So you have to create other content for other people to find you, and just things that are more evergreen. I review a lot of limited edition releases, and once those sell out, the video basically is dead. Like, it gets basically no more views, and there's so many other products out there that are not limited edition that you can get at any point of the year that you can kind of save up for, budget for. You don't have like that FOMO or that rush to buy that I could be featuring here on my channel. So I'm not gonna stop reviewing a lot of the big seasonal collections, but I do think I'm gonna focus a little bit more on like that evergreen content, other things that you guys have been asking me for that are not reviews, because it's just a recipe for burnout. Just trying to get your video up first. It's not a super healthy, balanced way to grow your channel. So I want to spend a little bit more time planning out my videos, thinking them through, making them hopefully a little bit shorter. Not this video, not my chatty videos, but you know, some of my reviews, making them a little bit more crisp and concise. That's a big thing that I've been working on lately, because my videos do tend to be pretty long and not many people have like 30 minutes to watch a video. I totally understand that. So I am working on it, but at the same time, I still want to preserve the quality of the video. If I have to review like 4 things in a collection and I'm doing swatches, demos, and comparisons, it's pretty hard to get that video at like 15 minutes. So I don't know, I'm trying my best. If you have any feedback for me, by the way, please leave me a comment down below. If you have not commented on any video this year, this would definitely be the video to comment on, and just let me know, what changes do you want to see for my channel? What things should I stop doing? What should I start doing? What do you want to see? You're not being mean. Please give me the feedback. Be nice about it, but give me the feedback, because it does matter a lot to me. And my goal is to make the videos, you know, something that you guys want to watch and something that you'll stick around to watch the whole entire thing. Next up, I'm dipping into the dark chocolate brown here with a fluffy brush. I'm going to work that just right there on the outer corner to add a little bit of depth. You guys will notice from the photo, I didn't actually go super smoky with this. There's definitely some depth there, but I didn't go into the black. I didn't, you know, really build up this brown all that much. I'm also going to take the highlighter shade right here and I'm going to work that into the inner corner just to kind of brighten everything up. I always love these shades that she includes in every palette. I'm taking that onto the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna go in with my Surat bronzer also on the lower lash line to kind of connect what we did on the top. I'm trying to remember what I did. I remember I didn't do a lot on the lower lash line, just a little bit because I wanted the look to be sultry but not super duper heavy. Okay, so here's where the magic happens, friends. I'm gonna be going into the Blitz Astral shades and I think I used all four of them, and somehow it worked. So I'm gonna first go in with the gold one and I'm gonna apply that kind of to the center of the eye. Then I'm gonna layer in this peachier one kind of alongside it, but a little bit more on the inner corner. Then I'm gonna go into the white one and we're gonna use that to highlight. And then at the very end, guys, I'm gonna show you how I use the green shade. I'm wetting my brush with a little bit of the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I have a little mini right here. So I'm gonna apply that as I continue my resolution. So the other thing, which I know I said last year, and I tried a little bit this year, I didn't do the best job. I do wanna incorporate a little bit more of other luxury content on my channel. I know a lot of people think of my channel as a makeup channel, specifically makeup reviews. And I think that I would instead like people to see my channel more so as I'm helping you figure out what luxury items to buy if you can only buy one, like how to spend your money wisely, how to know a lot about what are the things that you want to buy, how to resist FOMO, all of those kinds of things. And I think makeup is always going to be a big part of that because I love makeup and that is a huge passion of mine. But I would like to pepper in more fashion videos. You guys would have just seen I uploaded the top 5 bag trends of 2024. I can link that video down below in case you want to check it out. I love doing those types of videos, but it can be a little bit hard to prioritize them when I have so many review videos to do. By the way, I've transitioned over to the peachier shade right here. So I'm going to be applying that to the inner corner as promised. And believe it or not, friends, my best performing video of 2023, actually my best performing video in the history of my channel is not a makeup one. It's this one, the Quiet Luxury Bag Dupes video. I think it has about 80,000 views at this point. I didn't have that many subscribers watch it at the time. And then YouTube just started pushing it out and it kind of, I don't want to say it went viral, but for me, it went viral. It went viral. And I had a lot of fun making that video. And it's kind of like, you know, there might be a couple of makeup videos that I could have not done over the course of the entire year, over the course of, you know, the 200 plus videos, however many that I made, that I probably could have just done some other fun luxury content for you guys to kind of mix it up a little bit. So comment down below, let me know what kinds of bags or even fashion videos you want to see. Like, what can I help you with as it relates to the luxury category? I've done a lot of pre-loved shopping videos, so helping you guys figure out how you can save money by buying pre-loved and vintage items. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do there, but I do want to mix it up just a little bit, still keep the focus primarily on makeup and beauty and the things that you subscribe to me for. But I do sometimes get burnt out with doing so many reviews, and then I also end up with so much makeup that just kind of goes unused. I like to have a little bit more variety. I'm gonna be going into this shade right here. It's kind of like this really cool duochrome white, and I'm gonna use this to layer on top of the other highlighter shade that we had there before. This palette is so underhyped. I feel like everybody always gets the pink palettes, or what is it, Mothership 5, the Bronze Seduction. This palette is so good because you get all of these perfect neutral shades, and then all of the Blitz Astral shades are also very neutral and easy to work with. And then you get this cool pop of green, which we're gonna use in just a second, guys. I just applied a little bit of black winged eyeliner. I used this one from Floricist. This was gifted to me a couple months ago, and it's really good. So that's kind of been my go-to liquid liner since I used up the KVD tattoo liner that I usually use. And I think in preparation for the green, I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the chocolate brown, because I sort of, if I want to kind of blend it in here, I'm going to give a bit of a base where we're going to actually layer on the green. The green is going to be just a little touch. Oh, hello, Minnie. She's sleeping right there this whole time, and she's just adjusting herself. She's so tired from doing absolutely nothing all day. It is a snowstorm outside right now, so I'm sorry if the lighting is getting a little bit dark and it's making everybody in this house very sleepy, including Minnie. I'm gonna wet my brush again, and now we are gonna go into the green. And this green, it's not super duochromy, so I feel like it makes it a little bit easy to work with. And I'm just going to add a little touch, so you can see just a little peak of green when you blink your eye. Nothing too crazy, so just kind of go over like that right there. Ooh, I love it. It's so cool. You could go, you know, more with the green if you wanted to, but I already layered on so many shadows that I feel like this is the best way to add it in after doing a pretty neutral look. Now, as you guys can see from my resolutions this year, I really don't have, you know, categories that I want to stop buying. I really don't mind buying more makeup, especially if it is for my channel. I've kind of stopped buying things that I don't tend to review because I already have so much. I don't feel super overwhelmed with my collection. I probably will do a little bit of a declutter. There are things that have expired or things that I just really don't talk about on my channel all that much. I'm totally fine with buying more things because my goal, like I said, is to help you guys understand if any of the new stuff is worth getting. I spend my money so that you don't have to. I need to better organize my blushes because I just have so many right now. So with the increased space that I will have, I do think that I'll be able to shop my stash a lot easier, and I'll have everything in one place so that I can actually sort of survey everything that I have. So I'm not really worried about that in 2024. I'm not gonna like limit myself to only certain categories or anything like that because it's just not realistic given the types of videos and content that I like to create here on this channel. If you want to soften the green a little bit, all you have to do is wait for it to dry and then go over it with a little clean brush, and that just kind of softens the edges. And in fact, I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder and I'm just going to clean up around the edges, and I will be right back. All right, friends, so this is the final eye look. I just applied a little bit of volumizing mascara. Comment down below and let me know what you think. In my New Year's Eve look, I am wearing my magnetic lashes from Moxie Lash, so I'll link those down below. Basically, I just use the magnetic liner and then it makes it really easy to just pop on the little half lash. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys that you can just use regular mascara. You don't need lashes to make the look good because it's not super duper overdone. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm also not going anywhere because there's a snowstorm outside. And to finish up this look, guys, we are going to do the lip combo that I used that night. And I first started out with Pillow Talk as a liner and also as a lipstick. So I know this is super basic, but this is kind of what I like to use if I'm going to focus a little bit more on the eyes. But I'm going to show you guys how I took this very basic lip combo and just kind of took it up a notch with one extra product in the combo. Then I'm gonna pop a little bit of the Pillow Talk lipstick on top, but not that much because, like I said, we're gonna go in with a third product in just a second. And that third product is, if you watch my December favorites video, you'll know what this is. It is the Dior Lip Maximizer in the shade Shimmering Hazelnut. This is not a new shade, but it is new to me. And I told you guys in that favorites video, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite one because it is so glittery. If you guys were looking at that reel and wondering, oh my gosh, what is on her lips? They look so juicy. It is this. It's this on top of the Pillow Talk. Look at that. The dimension of the shimmer is just so delicious. This has got to be one of their best selling shades, right? Because It's a nude, it's glittery. I don't know if I have anything quite like this in my collection, and I like the plumping effect that it gives as well. Oh, I love it. See how beautiful and juicy it is? Such a good lip gloss. Let's take the hair clips out. I know my hair doesn't look as good as it did on New Year's Eve because I don't have my extensions in. My hair is pretty thin, but I did bring out some earrings to pop on. A lot of guys were asking me, where did I get the earrings that I'm wearing in that photo? And I actually have a bunch that I mix and match. They're all from the same brand and collection. They are from APM Monaco, and this is called the Soleil collection. I'm gonna have to see if they still have this collection in stock because all of their collections are basically limited edition. They come out with a new collection each month. They have so many good stuff. It's one of my favorite jewelry brands. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just really like their jewelry, and I have so many pieces from them. So these are the most recent ones that I got. I'll try and find the Soleil collection for you guys and list it in the description box. All right, friends, this is the final look. Comment down below and let me know what you think. I feel like I did a pretty good job recreating what I did on New Year's Eve, minus the lashes, of course. I am perfectly glammed up for my cozy snowy evening here at home. Not going anywhere, but I'm gonna enjoy this makeup while I can. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and this little reflection on what I'm looking to do in 2024 and how I did in 2023. Now it is your turn. Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know, what are your New Year's beauty resolutions? What do you want to start, stop, or continue doing from 2023? I would love to hear all of your thoughts. So please leave me a comment down below. And remember, let me know what you would like to see from my channel in this year. How can I improve? If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, friends, I hope that you see some beauty in your year, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.